want to. And here myself, I'm pretty similar level. I don't know if I had one here. No. All right, don't mind. It's all right. It's fine. It's quiet. It's not a problem. Welcome back, Winter Gardens. Blackpool, the defending champion, is no more because Gian van Veen has beaten Luke Humphries by 10 legs to 8. Mark Wilson and Chris Mason with you for the final game of the night. And we'll see Nathan Aspinall taking on Wessel Nijman. Winner of this one will take on James Wade. Chris Mason, we thought that was a banana skin for Humphries, and thus it proved to be.
Yeah, he got in front a couple of times in the match. It was being made to work very, very hard by Van Veen, and then Alton at the end, he just ploughed on with pressure, and well, Humphries wilted slightly. It could have been a little bit more convincing had the doubling been even sharper than it was. 40% for Van Veen, that's sort of like the minimum amount these players will want, but when you look at it, Humphries had more darts at a double than his opponent, but could only manage to put 8 away. He had 28 opportunities. Yeah.
Top quarter of the draw, nearly complete now. We've seen Gian van Veen go through. He'll take on Danny Noppert, who beat Cameron Menzies 10-2 earlier on. Nathan Aspinall or Wessel Nijman will take on James Wade, who brushed aside Joe Cullen 10-3 earlier on. It's not the worst part of the draw to be in. Look, Wade played brilliant, Noppert was solid, and Van Veen's had a good game. Look, they all can play, but they'll all fancy, each one of them will think, well, I could get out of this bit.
Now that Humphries is out of the way, for sure. And it is an issue for him. It was something we were discussing with when we did a little preview that is available on our YouTube channel. We recorded that last night, and you know, we all felt that it was one of the worst possible draws out there for Humphries, considering the fact that the last time they met he beat him, and Van Veen is a player very much on the up, and he has gears, he has levels to his game, and if you sort of get involved with him, he can then sort of string these legs off, which is really what he did in a couple of spells in the match.
And what we have seen with Van Veen, as we've watched him develop over the last couple of years, he gets embroiled in tight games, and all of a sudden he's learned how to win them. He used to be a master of throwing 108 and getting beat, didn't he?
Yeah. Well,
now all of a sudden he's coming out on the right end of these games.
And 12 months ago he had Rob Cross in all sorts of trouble and just couldn't put him away, and ended up throwing it away, really. But the one part of his game which was very strong, which is usually his Humphries' strength as well, was the 180s, 8 from Van Veen, but just 3 from Humphries, and that's sort of well under where you'd expect him, especially over a match that lasted 18 legs.
Yeah, so the champion has gone. The former champion, Nathan Aspinall, is up next. He's taking on Wessel Nijman. Now, this 2025 has been a pretty good year so far for the Asp. He's reached 3 European Tour finals, 2 of which he's won. He's made a World Series of Darts final. He made the Premier League semi-finals. He's going about his business quite good. It looks finally like he's come out of the other side of his injury stroke dartitis nightmare, and he's now starting to throw the stuff that saw him win this title 2 years ago.
Yes, and he was very, very good in that Premier League campaign, because he was under it and had to come through adversity, and he was the reason, of course, MVG missed out on the finals night for the first time in many years. He's openly admitted now that it's the first time he can actually practice and put in the graft to prepare properly without any injuries, pain-free, and I think we've seen the result of that in the last 3 or 4 months. He has been terrific, and his level has gone right up as well with it.
Yeah, it has. Wessel Nijman, new kid on the block. I remember this time last year there was a lot of hoo-ha because everyone was saying that Joe Cullen would get beat by Wessel Nijman. He didn't get beat by Wessel Nijman, but Wessel Nijman has since gone on, won a Pro Tour event. He made a European Tour semi-final. This year we're actually lost to Aspinall in a last leg decider.
Yeah, their first and only meeting.
Yeah, so
yeah, he ran him close, and of course that was a very, very good Nathan Aspinall. This match is very similar to the Van Veen Humphries match. You know, if it wasn't the fact that, you know, Van Veen has shown massive signs on TV, we're still waiting to see the best of Wessel Nijman for me on television and live in front of the cameras. But I think he's a year wiser, he's a year more experienced. He's got a year's worth of belief being installed, and this is a real tricky game for Nathan Aspinall. But you feel like you've just got to go with experience. But again, it's a tricky one for Nathan to handle.
Yeah, it is indeed. It will be coming up next here, around about a few minutes' time before this one gets underway here. I think there's a stunned crowd at the Winter Gardens on the back of the news that Luke Humphries has been dumped out. The defending champion falls on the opening night. 10-8, he loses to Gian van Veen.
And he's had issues, hasn't he, with defending titles. It was something that we spoke about at length, and you know, that's the next level for him. That's the next thing to get used to and navigate around. But it's so hard to defend anything nowadays because of what we say all the time, the strength and depth. There's loads of Van Veens about. There's loads of players around that can average 98-45 comfortably that are not even qualified for this.
He was one of the favourites to win this title. Not the favourite, that would be Luke Littler, but you would imagine that the pack, you just mentioned it, those three that are already through in this part of the draw now are thinking it's opening up. You would imagine people like Gerwyn Price, Michael van Gerwen will be looking at that. Luke Littler thinking, great, he's gone.
Yeah, listen, Van Veen doesn't replace Humphries in terms of, you know, looking at a tournament winner, because the rest of the field will instantly think, well, that's one gone. Humphries is a proven winner at this level, at the defending champion, where Van Veen isn't at that level yet. We think he could get to that level. He certainly looks like he has all the tools.
Yeah, certainly does indeed. I must admit, when I saw the draw, I was favouring the bottom half of it. Now, that's easy to say when you've got the likes of Luke Littler in there, you've got MVG, you've got Chris Dobie, Gerwyn Price, adding a Ross Smith, you know, Damon Heta, all in that particular
Josh
part.
Rock, who's the form guy right now.
I think the winner of this tournament comes out of that bottom quarter that involves Rock, it involves Gerwyn Price. I think it will come out of that bottom bit of the draw.
Yeah, I think Gerwyn Price for me is the one that sort of stood out on the page, looking at the bottom half of the draw. Again, he's proven, isn't he? That's the thing. He's proven at this level, and I think a lot of the results will sort of come down to that. That was a sort of B- game from Luke Humphries there. We know he's got way more gears, and was that down to the fact that Van Veen just didn't let him manoeuvre?
When you look at it though, and the stats Gizmo has got, we were watching it backstage. He took out a 1-4-6.
Yeah, and that was
to
go 3 to a 1-2-7 for 6-all.
That's what I mean.
He was being pushed hard.
Yeah, and he's been beaten fair and square, hasn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
He has been beaten fair and square.
There'll be no excuses whatsoever from Luke Humphries. He's very magnanimous when he does get beat. He's a great winner, and he's not a good loser, I can assure you, but he's a respectful loser.
Yeah, he is. Nathan Aspinall, just seeing his interview on the big screen here. Winter Gardens double header tomorrow. 2 sessions of darts. We will have it all for you on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Damon Heta, Andrew Gilding, Rob Cross, Dirk van Dijvenbode. Who do you think wins that one? I'm going Dirk. I think Dirk's going to beat Rob Cross tomorrow.
Yeah, listen, Dirk's one of those players that at the moment when he's on, but you know, he'll average 108 and then go and average 83.
Okay.
If that version turns up, and Rob Cross was brilliant in those midweek pro tours. He was involved in some incredible matches, one with his stablemate Josh Rock.
He was. Right, let's get onto the stage. John McDonald.
Welcome back to the action. We are coming to you live on Sky Sports from the amazing city of Blackpool. This is the Betfred World Matchplay, brought to you by the PDC. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome from the Netherlands, taking part in his World Matchplay debut. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the PDC Development Tour champion and a PDC title winner. Would you please welcome
Wessel Nijman making his debut here at the match play. Looked a bit starstruck when he glanced around this famous arena. A wave to the crowd, and now the party starts.
Ladies and gentlemen from England, the winner of the UK Open and US Darts Masters, ladies and gentlemen, he is the former World Matchplay champion. Time to meet the Nijman.
A kiss and a hug for his family as he makes his way onto the stage. One of the party pieces wherever you watch the PDC around the world. The Aspinall walk-on is now legendary. Lots of youngsters with their Asp shirts on, Nathan, taking time to stop and sign them all as he makes his way on before leading this full house. He's saying, come on, I want it a bit louder. Last walk-on of the night. The first one was a belter, Joe Cullen. But the Asp with an audience once again eating out of the palm of his hand.
Yeah, such a big part now of the modern game, isn't it? The crowd get to participate with the player. A real big sing-along gets everybody on their feet.
The exhilaration he must get standing there like a rock star.
Yep, he loves it, doesn't he? And he feels the love from the fans, and my goodness, doesn't he repay them, because he's one of the most exciting street fighting type dart players. He has got guts in abundance, and he gives so much back. It's never a dull moment when Nathan Aspinall's on stage.
Well, I'll openly admit, if you're lucky enough to be in his company, and he's as lively off the hockey as he is on it, but he admits that he was nearly down and out, and he has risen from nothing to get to this level.
Less than £20 in his bank account as he went to a tournament.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Someone had to give him put a couple of quid in his account so he could draw the 20 quid out, so it was less than 20.
Well, now he's enjoying the trappings that come with being a success in the PDC, but Wessel Nijman will not be an easy opponent. First time here for him. He's a star we expect to rise.
Oh, he's certainly one for the future. I expect him to just continue to soar up the rankings and establish himself certainly as he's top 16 material for me, Wessel Nijman.
He's another one that's got the levels. You're never surprised to see him averaging over a ton. But he's up against not only Nathan Aspinall, he's up against 2,500 fans who are going crazy here. 25 years old, Nijman. He's had his troubles in his career, well documented, but he's on the way back, the road to redemption. And you just wonder, another young man that, all right, for different circumstances, could have lost it all, and now he's got it back, and he's got the opportunity. He just looks to me like a young man that's going to go on and seize that opportunity.
Absolutely, he's paid his dues, and he's worked incredibly hard to get himself back to this stage and this level, and on this stage for the first time.
Yeah, for many, getting here is an achievement. For everyone, getting here is an achievement, because it means you are someone in the world of darts. You do not get here by accident.
No. Bit of a feeling out process. I'm not quite sure Wessel Nijman would have played in quite an atmosphere like this. And of course, it's all about getting used to the venue and the noise, because it's so much noisier, because they're, like I say, the atmospherics, and they're so close to you.
It is roasting It is raucous, and it's ready for an absolute humdinger to finish off the night. A night in which James Wade has blitzed Joe Cullen 10-3. Danny Noppert, the freeze, blew away Cameron Menzies 10-2. And Luke Humphries, the defending champion, has fallen by the wayside to Gian van Veen. What an opening night.
It's the ultimate darty party, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It is.
151 for Aspinall, 60 from Nijman, takes him down to 2-2-3. Leg one, final match of the night. Number 8 seed, Aspinall, but provisionally down at, well, he would be down at 23 in the world if he got beat at this stage.
Yeah, defending winning money from 2 years ago.
200,000. So the fact that he's qualified for it means he's minimum of 10,000, so he's defending £190,000 as we speak.
Yeah.
But in the year-to-date rankings, he's actually 7th.
Yeah, he's doing all right. His
so he's
layup,
maintaining.
Yeah, his layup was magnificent to leave double 16. He misses inside, didn't like that one. Double 8 for the opening leg, and the Asp is on the board.
Steady away, 17-dart hold. Now both players will just start to relax, just get into their rhythm.
I'm not sure whether Russell's been on his holidays and he's got a bit of a tan, or he's just a bit red round the chops.
It is hot
one or the other.
He will feel the heat, not just from this venue, but from Aspinall.
Yeah, there's not an ounce of fat on him, is there, Nijman? He's like a rake. Blonde hair.
Typically Dutch, about 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
Oh, didn't quite bounce out all the way. It was just hanging like a. But the dart got caught in between the other two, and the flight just let it dangle down.
Nijman with a 140, so quick. He's got quite a whippy. Certainly that last dart, he seems to whip his wrist.
He does.
Doesn't he?
The wrist breaks and it whips in. As Aspinall whips in a 180, first one of this match.
1-4-2 apiece. Nijman first in, can't take it out. Hits the ball, so 70 scored, leaves 72.
He'll be back for 64 unless Aspinall can find. Well, the option is 2 treble 17s for top, seems the trendy way at the moment. He's found one of them. He's got another.
Tops for the 1-4-2, the click of the wire.
Oh, the wire buckled. So 64 for Nijman. A bit of a scare there. That was for a 12-dart breaker throw for Aspinall in a 2-0 lead. Treble 16, double 8 needed. 2 darts in hand. Only needs the one. 14-dart hold. This one didn't take long to catch fire.
This has got the makings of a cracker. 1-1, race to 10 unless we get to 9-9. You've got to win by 2 legs in Blackpool. Speaking of 2, that's a second Aspinall maximum.
Well, he's gone 180, wire tops for the 1-4-2, 180 to start leg 3.
140.
Great reply from Nijman. 1-1 in legs, race to 10.
We could be on a perfect leg. Oh, a deflection for Aspinall, takes him wide of the target.
Yeah, just bumped off the first 2 darts. Has a bit of fun with the crowd, joins them with the booing. Treble 20 is found, not followed for Nijman. Just a ton, down to 261. So a little bit of breathing space for Aspinall. He's on 200, finds treble 20. Only a ton in the end, but down to a 2-dart finish.
Yeah, he'll be happy with how that first dart is going in at the moment. Aspinall, the number 8 seed here. There's Nijman looking to get down to a finish. He's on a very manageable 1-2-1. Ton for Aspinall, will put him 2-1 up here. Treble and a double. Single. Is it going to be 2 doubles? No, he's looking.
He went down 48 for 32 in the end. He didn't like the lie there, and it wasn't a marker. He couldn't go tops because it was sat up in the way. He took a bit of a gamble.
1-2-1. It's going to have to be treble 17 and the bull. Nowhere near it for Nijman. So Aspinall will be back for 48. Make sure you don't hit the treble. We've had a few busts tonight. Single safely hit to leave the double just outside. It's for the lead. Ooh, blocker.
Yeah, it wasn't a particularly inviting target. So 64. Trouble 16's found.
Well, he did this in the last leg. He's done it in this leg.
Identical darts used in the leg as well, but that time it was a 14-dart breaker throw and not a 14-dart hold, giving him a 2-1 lead.
I always wonder when the draw's made. You never get a public rate. You get the party line, don't you? I think Aspinall would have gone, that could have been better.
Yeah.
And Nijman had gone, that could have been better.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a draw that nobody's happy with, apart from us, because we get to watch it.
Yes. Immaculate at the moment, Wessel Nijman, in terms of finishing. 2 from 2. Starts leg 4, 2-1 up with the throw with a 140. The reply is only a ton.
Well, Aspinall has a darts to in all 3 legs.
Yep. And
he's now behind. Thanks for joining us on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. We'll have all the interviews from all the winners. It's been a pretty good night for the Dutch, hasn't it, so far?
Sure has. 140 from Aspinall takes him down to 261, still 40 adrift, plus these. Nijman on 221, 2 in the treble, loads of room.
He's starting to click ominously into gear here.
I mean, Aspinall's averaging over 100, and it feels like he's already holding on to his coattails. But remember, this was like the final against Johnny Clayton, and then he just found another gear.
Yeah, this 4 and 11 dart leg, double 16, and a 3-1 lead. Oh, he's finally missed one, but he doesn't miss a second time, and it is 3-1 in double quick time. And Aspinall here got to hold his throw going into the break to minimise the deficit.
Found the treble 20 with dart 1. It looks inviting. It was, because he followed it.
This is the type of game where there should be a vote in the crowd, and we say just leave them on. Yeah. Leave them on. Let them play on.
Let us decide when we want it over.
Yes. We'll turn out the lights when we're ready to go, and not before. Aspinall, not for the first time, it's a max opening visit.
Only a ton, down to 221, so Nijman 180 behind exactly. It's a single 20, but it's a blocker. The cover on treble 19's outstanding twice.
3-1 Nijman leads. Aspinall on 2-2 on its single one. Only a single 20, and that is an awkward looking dart. Oh, that's a great last dart. Treble 18 saves the visit and gets him down to a finish, albeit a tough one.
Yeah, 146. We've seen Luke Humphries slot that out for a 3-2 lead. But this is to make it 3-2 and be one behind Nijman going into a comfort break. Single 19 stays there. And he stay there again.
Oh, he's changing. Can't find the treble 18. He's down into double figures. 90 needed. 167 then for Nijman for a 4-1 lead. Wessel can't hit the treble. Not with the first dart anyway. Well, he's hot on the tails. This might only be a shot of the bull for Aspinall.
Yeah, he'll go treble 20, double 15, 20-20 bull, or 20 treble 20 double 5.
Just it's a single. And again, the bullseye for 3-2 deficit. That is a mile away.
That was a good 2 inches away from the target. So Nijman with a chance to go into the break, leading 4-1, 170, single 18, single 20, double 16. Ooh. Well, Nathan has dodged a bullet there.
First visit he's missed. Can Asp step in to move within 1? 9 hit right in the middle of the single bed. Double 16. 1 dart left for the Asp. And he has missed. He thought it had gone in. The click off the dart, the click of the wire. And Nijman here, this is for 4-1. And Asp trudges back and can only wait and watch as once again Wessel Nijman to near silence. It's 8-8 and he leads by 4 legs to 1. Aspinall had darts to win 4 of the opening 5, yet he trails by 4 legs to 1.
Yeah, won the opening leg. The response from Nijman, 14-14, 12 and 16 darts. He's 4 from 6 on the doubling, 67%. Nathan Aspinall just 1 from 8. Unheard of kind of numbers for Aspinall. Usually so reliable, but it's the leg-on-leg pressure from Nijman. He's just not letting him breathe. He's suffocating him up there.
100.65 for Wessel Nijman, 95.96 for Nathan Aspinall. The former champion in trouble, but what we do know about the Asp, he will keep on fighting, the 34-year-old from Stockport. Made a couple of quarter-finals before he eventually won the tournament in 2023. Struggled really with injury last year. And for Wessel Nijman, on debut, just 1 Pro Tour title to his name. He has got the advantage. And the winner of this one, of course, will take on James Wade, who put in his best ever performance. 62 games he's played on that stage in umpteen finals, and he produces his best ever average to see off Joe Cullen, 10-3.
Yeah, it's a strange little phenomenon at the moment. There's so many of the older players are producing personal best numbers. You would think it would be going the other way, but it just shows you the commitment involved, and when they start to really work hard at their game. You know, there's a player, Gary Anderson, broke a personal best of his last year at 53 years of age.
Right, I'm going to run you down the card, the rest of the draw. It's just in draw, they're not in when they play. And I want shock or no shock. Bunting against Joyce.
No shock.
Anderson Woodhouse.
No shock.
Clayton Schindler.
No shock.
Chisnell de Decker.
Shock. Well, it wouldn't be.
I was going to say, in terms of the seed, I've done you and you've done me there, because you'd argue but de Decker will be the favourite despite the fact he's the unseeded player. But in terms of the seed, you think de Decker's going to win?
Yes.
Littler against Searle. Shock?
Littler, no shock.
No shock. Wright against Wattimena.
Well, Wright's the seed, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think Wattimena wins that.
Okay. Hetter against Gilding.
Yeah, I'm liking the look of Hetter at the moment. He's playing well. I'm going Hetter.
He is playing well, but so is Andrew Gilding.
No shock.
Okay. Rob Cross, Dirk van Dijvenbode.
Well, that would be neither.
They can't draw, Chris. This is not the old Premier League. One of them's got to win. Who's going to win? I'm going Dirk.
Yeah, I'm going Rob Cross.
Okay, very good. We'll have 50 pence on that tomorrow. Michael van Gerwen against Raymond van Barneveld.
No shock.
I'm going Barney. I am going Barney. Ross Smith against Josh Rock. Now now come on. Josh Rock's got to be the favourite, but it is Smith against Rock.
Yeah, I'm going Rock.
Okay. Dobie Pietreczko.
No shock.
And Gerwin Price against Daryl Gurney.
Definitely no shock.
Okay, so a couple of shocks on the way. Look, such a great tournament.
Yeah, listen, any permutation of results wouldn't surprise me nowadays. We see it so often, don't we, whether it's on the European Tour or the Pro Tour.
How good is it, Chris? Look, let's be fair, in your day, chances were few and far between, because your day was dominated by a man who was better than everybody else. Let's call it as it is.
We didn't have that many tournaments where we could get our teeth into. There was that fear factor where if we didn't have 34 Pro Tours and 16 European Tours and then all these additional tours, we didn't have the Premier League, so it was you'd have long gaps in between thumpings, so you were starting afresh every time. It was so hard to develop, and then it was so hard to really sort of look at it. I was 16 in the world for ages, and every time last 16 Taylor. I was sick of him. I didn't play for a couple of months, so
he said he didn't get sick of seeing you. Oh, that's a bit harsh. 4-1, Nijman leads. He's at the hockey now. They're back out on the stage. I don't think there's any argument that the development of the European Tour, more Pro Tour events now,
and it's fast-tracking players, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is giving them the opportunity. What we are seeing, more players are picking and choosing where they play when they don't play. And it's allowing...
We could never do that in our day, because we're constantly chasing ranking points to qualify for the big tournaments.
It almost seems blasé, doesn't it? That some of them turning up to win 15k, it's not worth getting out of bed.
93.
So Aspinall against the throw here, so we'll be looking to really get stuck in early now, and and try and get an early break back and try and put Wessel Nijman on the back foot. And he's great last start, finds the treble 20 down to 204 Aspinall, 308. Got to be a little careful here.
Yeah.
May start on 18s, does.
No treble. The former champ wiped some sweat from his brow. Just the second trebleless visit of the match so far for Aspinall. Look at that from Nijman. 204 turns into 70 on the back of a couple of treble 19s.
Yeah, and Aspinall stranded on 252, not for long, finds 140, down to 112, so a little bit of pressure on the 70. But so far, he's handled that pressure well, 4 from 6 on the doubles.
Yeah, and he's been lethal on double 8. I don't think he's missed it, and he hasn't missed it again.
Yet another 14 darter, so he's forcing Aspinall now against the throw to find 12s.
The thing with being on the YouTube channel is when you drop something on the floor and you're scrabbling around on the floor trying to find it. We've got a beautiful little commentary box, but the desk's not big enough.
Not big enough for all our kit, but we've got a beautiful view as well. We are literally side of stage, looking at the players from the perfect angle. Arguably, we got better comms position than the broadcaster.
We have. Shh, don't say anything. Maximum number 4 for Aspinall. That's one stat he is winning. Double header tomorrow. But are we about to lose another one of the big superstar names in the world of darts?
Not without a fight, I can assure you. He may be trailing 5-1, but there's absolutely no quit in Aspinall.
140.
And this fellow's going to keep pushing, isn't he?
It's just thought that similar leg-on-leg pressure that Van Veen kept Humphries under, isn't it? Single 19 leaves 110, single 20, 2 low darts. A little indication there of a bit of pressure, and only 53. 161 Nijman for 6-1.
Treble 20 hit, treble 17 hit, bullseye for a blockbuster. Good line, just over pitched. And
Wow,
Aspinall
what an effort.
breathes a sigh of relief.
He will do. His heart would have been in his mouth, because that would have been yet another breaker throw, and he could have been potentially looking at 7-1 behind with a Wessel Nijman hold. Single 20s found, 16 needed. Gets it, tops, 1 dart in hand. Oh, that's all he needs is 1 dart.
Well, he won the first leg and he's won the last leg. 5-2. As for the first time in the match, Nijman missed it out, albeit at the bull, and he didn't get a chance to rectify it.
Yeah, it's a good clutch finish from Aspinall, finding tops with 1 dart in hand, because he was seriously under it. Starts leg 8 with a 140 after a poor visit of 46 from Nijman.
He's trying to pump himself up, Nathan. Let out a bit of a roar, not quite Gezi Price-like in the roaring stakes, but he did let out a bit of a roar when he hit that last visit.
Yeah, it does like to play with a certain element of aggression, but not too much. It's a good balance for him.
Yeah, it's a fine line, isn't it?
Yeah.
Between getting hyped up and being overhyped.
100.
Nijman leads by 46 points, but it's the Asp at the board. He's 2 breaks behind.
Got a bit of a chance here, only 36 points adrift, and that's taken care of on dart 1 with the treble 20, which is followed. Not a max, but a great 140 takes him down to a very doable 121. Nijman on throw back on 215. Are we seeing a bit of a shift?
Are we? Or are we seeing a comeback here? He filled it up from 215. He didn't need to. He could have gone a different route, but he said, you know what? Get some of that down you.
Scoreboard pressure, isn't it?
It is. Because Nijman has been lethal down that double 8 section of the board. Aspinall for 121. A roof raiser this would be. Single 20 leaves treble 17. Gets it right in the middle. Bullseye for the Asp. Oh, you beauty! This time he lets out a roar that Gezi Price would be proud of. Aspinall breaks and he lets Nijman know all about it. Look at this from Aspinall. You'd think he'd just won the title. Well, what a reaction.
He'd been nowhere near the bullseye, and any attempt he'd had at it, whether on a cover shot or an out shot, and plumb in the middle of the bullseye. I said Nijman was forcing him into 12 darters to break through. That's exactly what he's produced.
And listen to the response from the crowd, and look at this, a 140 to start leg 9.
Well, if he can get out of this at 5-all at the second and final break, it will be a remarkable effort, because the average from Nijman hasn't gone down. He's averaging 106.
Yeah. Aspinall over a ton himself. Look at that, both players in 3 figures. Aspinall finds treble 19 to get him down to 270. Good thinking. Nijman on 401. He's in the red bit. He's thinking full house.
What a game this is. Everything and more we hoped for and expected.
This is what I was expecting all night.
Yeah. Well, and then when this started to go a bit awry, I was thinking, is it just one of those nights?
We get them, and then we'll turn up to a session thinking, I'm not sure I fancy any of these games tonight, and they'll all go all the way. Look at this. The Ass from 270 weighing in.
And he needed every bit of that with Nijman on 221 prior to the max, which takes Aspinall from 270 to 90. If he can take this 90 out, it'll be just one leg behind Nijman.
The Asp, this place is rocking. He's smiling, you can hear the crowd roaring him on. Might need the bull again, hit it in the last leg. Oh, now that was a gamble, and that might backfire as he hit the treble. He has, but he misses double 16. He went for the bull and he hit single 4.
Yeah, went for bull tops. He hit the 4 to leave 86, recovered with the treble 18. He's okay because Nijman can't finish 131 after a single 20. So it will be Aspinall. Double 16, 3 in hand.
Any idea who the crowd want to win, Mace?
They play so often abroad, the lads get enough of it.
2 missed starts, 3 missed starts.
That is a disaster.
Nijman, a chance to go 6-3 in front. It's going to be 20 for tops. 20's hit, but he's blocked half the bed, I think. He's blocked half the bed, and he's over the top. That wasn't a great first start.
Nah, too high, and his darts sit up. So it was very much a blocker, so a lifeline for Aspinall.
Double 8. Near silence. Not now. 3 on the spin for Nathan Aspinall. Wessel Nijman must think he's walked into a bear pit covered in jam. They all want a piece of him, don't they?
But still the advantage is with Nijman in terms of the scoreline and the break of throw. He's 5-4 up, throwing here for 6-4. We did tell you that Nathan is a street fighter of a dart player, and he's showing it here. 3 consecutive legs, 15-12 with that 1-2-1 on the ball and a 16 darter.
Nijman fires in with a max. This has been a high quality contest. Nijman's just got to block the crowd out here. He's got to block it out. He's on his own. It's like the boxing will be listening to, you can listen to on talkSPORT tonight. Usyk Dubois 2.
Had 9 180s, and we're in the 10th leg.
That's a wicked deflection for Nijman.
Yeah, it was horrible. I'm amazed the dart even stayed in.
But advantage Nijman, 1-2-1. Aspinall on 2-8-3. Needs another treble to get to a finish. Gets one. Of course he gets one.
Yeah, down to 143, but I know what I'd be rather going at, and it's the 1-2-1 that Nijman is going to try and take out here. Single 20. Doesn't get the treble 17, so it's all about the setup.
Only 53. 1-4-3 here. I think we'll have to call the building inspectors if this goes in, because the roof will be coming off.
Treble 20, treble 17, double 16. He's found the treble 20. Oh, misses the treble 17. But this 68's no gimme for Nijman. He may only get one dart on a double if he doesn't find a treble with dart 1.
He's been good on that treble 16, but he's going treble 20 now. It's 48 left. It's double 16 for a 6-4 lead. Oh, Wessel Nijman, that is clinical, and he lets out a roar. He might be on his own here in Blackpool. A fist bump from there, Aspinall. Well played, he said. Quality sportsmanship, quality sport, and it's all live on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel.
Yeah, remarkable game so far, and we're potentially pretty much halfway through. Nijman leads 6-4. He's at 4-1-80s, 7-1-40s. He's 60% on his double, and that's under insane pressure from Nathan Aspinall. Aspinall's had 5 more darts at a double, 6 from 10 for Nijman, 4 from 15, just 27% on the doubles, yet Aspinall is still averaging over 100. Wessel Nijman, 103.32.
Yeah, impressive stuff. Really, really impressive. But Nijman, I think he showed a bit of character there. That, look, he was under a Bunsen burner of heat, wasn't he? He was being torched there as Aspinall hit 3 on the spin to get back within 1, but breathing room for Nijman.
Yeah, well, the momentum, there was definitely a swing, and had he not hit that 1 dart left in hand at double 16, you fancy Aspinall to come back and level things up, but as it is, advantage still with Nijman, but we know Aspinall's just going to keep piling it on, and it's whether he doesn't wilt under the pressure and the heat.
Well, it's party time here in Blackpool, the first of 9 days. We'll bring you every dart live across the talkSPORT network, be it on talkSPORT, talkSPORT 2, or the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. If you are watching on there, listening on there, like and subscribe, get involved. There'll be the interviews. We'll have the winner of this one on there as well tonight. Story so far: James Wade, career best match play performance, 104.44, 67% on his doubles, hit 3 180s. Big Joe Cullen, average over 95, only had 4 darts at a double, hit 3 of them. 10-3 Wade wins that one. Danny Noppert took advantage of an off-colour Cameron Menzies. Menzies who bust his score at 178 in the 4th leg. Never recovered from that, beaten 10-2. Menzies' debut at Blackpool is a short one. Gian van Veen produced the upset of the night, and maybe the tournament, as he beat Luke Humphries 10 legs to 8. It beat him in a Players' Championship event as well, Van Veen, who's currently got the upper hand against Humphries. And he's through to the last 16, where he will take on his good mate Danny Noppert. And in our final game of the night, Nathan Aspinall, Wessel Nijman. And it is 6-4 to Nijman. Winner of this one will take on James Wade. Tomorrow, doubleheader of darts underway tomorrow lunchtime. Damon Hector takes on Andrew Gilding. Rob Cross against Dirk van Dijvenbode. Peter Wright against Jermaine Watermain. And Dave Chisnell takes on Mike De Decker. And then in the evening, well, what a star-studded lineup it is. Gary Anderson, former champion here, takes on Luke Woodhouse. Johnny Clayton, runner-up here 2 years ago, takes on Martin Schindler. Luke Littler, yet to win on the stage at the match play, beaten in the opening round last year, takes on Ryan Searle. And Stephen Bunting, who's had a wow of a year, winning a European Tour event, a Players' Championship, and a couple of World Series of Darts title as well. He takes on Ryan Joyce. And round 1 concludes on Monday night. Chris Dobie takes on the German Ricardo Pietraszko. Gerwin Price, who's in the form of, well, I won't say of his life, but he's in pretty good nick, I'll say that. He takes on Daryl Gurney, World Cup winner Daryl Gurney. Michael van Gerwen will roll back the years. He takes on Barney Raymond van Barneveld. And we round off round 1, probably could be the match of the round. Ross Smith against Josh Rock. They met last year, 10-4 Smith won that one, but Josh Rock, I think I am going to say, is in the form of his life at the minute, and I think that could be a tough game.
Yeah, for sure. Every stat confirms that he's full of confidence. He's fancying it every time he's playing. He's hitting big averages, lots of 180s. And if Ross Smith is on his game, well, that game could produce 15, 16 maxes without no trouble at all.
6-4, Aspinall is on throw, race to 10, remember, unless we get to 9-9, and the Asp has just been denied a 6 maximum as his dart fell out of the board.
Yeah, huge leg straight off the break for Nathan Aspinall. He's on throw, and it's a must hold. He can't afford to drop his throw from here.
Well, he's in again. He's in again for a max. This time he fills it up.
Really should have been back-to-back maxes, because that was in and out in the first turn. That's his sixth.
There's a fifth for Nijman.
Just about to say, well, 6-4 in 180s, but the important column is the 6-4 for Nijman. 140 from Aspinall, down to 61 after 9.
This is serious darts. Serious.
Well, you're right, serious sport, isn't it?
It is. It's elite level. 104 plays 102. Aspon 61 after 9. Will he go out a ball double 18? I think he's just checking himself here.
Well, 140, he could be a bit more creative and try the 45. But he's gone for the 25, hit a 19, so 42 left.
Just checks his score with Hugh Ware, our referee. He's got a big target, hasn't he, on the right of the board. Oh, he's gone 2 to leave tops, and he misses tops.
Yeah, maybe because he took the clutch tops out, that he's gone away from the double 16, which he's been hit and miss on.
He might pay the price. Treble 18 followed by a single. Well, Nijman set it up, but Aspinall to get within 1.
Tops, 3 in hand.
2 10s. Just takes a moment. This is a massive dart. He's missed and he's blocked it. Does he go left or right? How did he get that in? How did he get that in? Even Hugh Ware couldn't believe it went in, and he stood next to the board. Had to check it. Wow, what a dart from Aspinall. And as well, Chris, what a moment. We may as well talk about it in the boxing. It's over live on talkSPORT right now. What a moment.
Yeah, Usyk has done the business. An absolute beautiful finish to the fight. Dubois unable to get on his feet for the 10 count, and well, he is now for the second time undisputed heavyweight champion to go with his undisputed cruiserweight titles. Arguably one of the greatest of all time.
Should get him in with Aspinall. He'd give him a he'd take it the way, wouldn't he? The Asp. 6-5, Nijman on 3-4-1, Aspinall on 4-4-1. I'm still bamboozled, Chris Mason. How that dart, he couldn't see any of it and he got it in.
Sometimes people don't think it, but sometimes you just got to be a bit creative, and dart players at this level can find tiny little margins.
I'd have gone down the route, just sling it and hope it goes in.
Another max. Is this the time where Aspinall just starts to make his move? He needs to get that all-important break back. He's down to 206, a ton from 241 for Nijman. Takes him down to 141, so there's definitely an opportunity.
This is on a knife edge. Nijman 1-4-1. Aspinall waits on 110, but it's Nijman in first. 6-5 he leads. He's in the treble as well. Can't find treble 19, so Aspinall is going to get a look to level up the match.
Yeah, and you feel like it's got to go, because Nijman's sat waiting on 52. He has had that wonderful 1-2-1 out. This one a little easier. Going to need 1 treble in this combination. That's a long way down, so it'll be treble 18 for double, and he's just sneaked into treble 1.
That is the width of a wire away from perfection.
Literally.
Nijman now psyching himself up. Only 40 for the ass. Nijman for 7-5. Surely 20 for double 16. There's the 20. Can he deliver the double 16? That is right in the middle. We talk about clutch finishes. Wessel Nijman under the pump is producing in bucketfuls.
Yeah, and that's sometimes he can look a little bit vulnerable, and he does give opponents chances. He's just not missing to allow Nathan back in. Wessel Nijman is averaging 103, and he's still at 64% on the doubles, 7 from 11. Aspinall's had 8 more darts at the double, but has only found 5. He's 5 from 19. Doesn't follow the max.
Well, that's the third time he's set off with a max on his opening visit. You might feel he needs perfection to beat Nijman here. On 3-6-1 Nijman, straight a rare dart, not in the 20 segment.
Yeah, well, this match is now, well, nearly 13 legs long. We've only had 11 troubleless visits in its entirety.
Yeah, between them. That is crackers.
We've had 13 180s, 16 140s.
Aspinall 160, Nijman 276. Nijman with a 2-leg cushion, race to 10, unless we get to 9-9. But the only way we're getting there is if we get a breaker throw from the Asp in the next couple of legs.
Yeah, he's not quite running out of legs yet, but we're reaching that point. 160 just to hold, and it's not going to go because it's single 20 and low. Nijman will get a look at 136 for an 8-5 lead.
This to go another break in front, can't find the treble. A wall of darts to aim at. Well, he's got 3 darts there on the top wire that he couldn't have got any closer.
I don't know how the third one's managed to find a way into that area, not bumped in the treble.
100 for Asp. Is he going tops? No, but he doesn't find a treble, so Nijman's coming back for 76. And he hits tops with the third dart, ironically.
Yeah. So another one of those clutch finishes here for Nijman, but this time it's for 8-5 and to pull 3 clear. Well, he's going to go 16 after hitting a 20, and now he's going to again have to find a corner or a side, which he does. He finds the middle of tops for 8-5. For the first time, a drop of the head from Nathan Aspinall. That was a huge, huge moment. The crowd are silenced.
Well, they've lost the champion. They might be about to lose the former champion as well. Luke Littler's up on the balcony watching. I was up there with him earlier. He's watching some of his big rivals fall by the wayside without having to lift a dart.
Absolutely. I mean, this I don't know, this probably not as big as Humphries going out, but it's not far off.
Well, it was certainly the 2 draws where we thought there's a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is why, because both of them have showed up. Wessel Nijman still averaging well over a ton. Where Aspinall's just slightly dipped, down at 98 exactly.
14 missed starts at double. That doesn't help. 100. Not over yet. But Aspinall is now basically, he's got to win 4 of the next 5 legs or he's done.
Yeah, he's at the point really of no return. We always say if you keep your opponent 2 legs away, you still feel like there's a chance.
Yeah, and certainly here where you've got to win by 2 legs.
Exactly.
So this is a little bit more unusual. But the problem is he can't get hold of Nijman.
And Nijman's levels would have to drop massively, wouldn't they?
Well, certainly he's going to have to miss some doubles.
Even if Aspinall raised his game, you know, he'd have to raise it massively to get consecutive 12s, because Nijman has only had the 2 longest legs are 17 and 16. The rest of them are 14s and 15s.
Well, in the last 3 legs, only one of the legs has he had a shot at double Aspinall. Last 2 legs he's not had a sniff. And Nijman from 188. Hits a ton. Aspinall 1-2-1.
These have got to start to go.
Hit it earlier.
Yeah, leg 8.
Same route. He's hit the treble 17. Needs the ball. He's got the ball.
Remarkable. Remarkable.
Even Wessel Nijman appreciated that. He won't tell Aspinall, but that is nerves of steel.
Like melons. How does he do it? How does he just keep his composure? 2 treble 19s on cover to start leg 15. He's 8-6 behind, but has the throw to make it 8-7. Just seeing if there's any sort of wilt in Wessel Nijman. There just doesn't look like there is one tonight. He looks like he's been up there for 10 years. Not on debut.
On debut. Compare and contrast the debut of Cameron Menzies. Night and day. Cameron hopefully will be back. But Aspinall is on 309. He's 6-8 behind. Nijman on 401. He's piling into the red bit. Doesn't like the lay. He's just going to re-grip the dart maybe. Oh wow. He's put those on a pinhead.
He has. He could have got another 12 darts in that treble 20.
14 180s in 14 and a bit legs.
High quality match. 99 for Aspinall, down to 210. So he's effectively lost the throw here, Mark, because Nijman's at the hockey off 2-2-1.
And he's in. And he's on a finish. And he's piled in another max. Back-to-back maximums. Every time Nijman has been asked a question, he has come up with a right answer.
Yeah, I mean, the 15 dart leg to break throw in the last one, and what's his response? A potential 11 dart break back.
To put him on the brink. Double 16. He's been mustered on his doubles. And he hits it again. Aspinall now knows it's perfection or bust.
Yeah, and more bad news. Nijman's got the honour here to win it 10-6, and a nod, almost an acknowledgement from Aspinall of how good that was. Like you say, every time you think, well, he might twitch from here. No, he responds.
Wessel Nijman, a leg away. Hold break for Aspinall to take us to extra time. 85. The crowd stunned, silent.
They are watching quality from both. Aspinall, 99 average. Wessel Nijman, who's hit 3 180s in the last leg and a bit, is up to 104.25. We've had 16 180s. His finishing mark, it's still in the 60s. 9 from 13, 69%.
Well, James Way went 104.44. He was 67%. So almost an identical performance. But he's not won it yet, although he is on a finish.
142 is the finish. Aspinall at the hockey from 276, single 20. Treble 20, needs another. Doesn't get it, 85.
Disastrous.
6 starts now, Mark, for Nijman at 142.
Is he going to do it in style? 142. He went the more orthodox route. 45 scored. And there's a 7. That's not done, is it? That's not done yet.
May only be 1 dart at the ball. He was open to hit the treble 19 to leave tops, but shanked it into the 7. 191, the start from Aspinall. He was looking at the 919s to leave double 10. He's hit a big 3.
41 scored to leave 150. Is that all she wrote? It's Wessel Nijman about to make a winning debut. There's a few boos around here.
Sportingly, I'm just looking at the stage and Aspinall's telling him,
well, it's pull for the match. This will silence the crowd here to knock out Aspinall, the former champion. And Wessel Nijman has had a match start and missed it.
the line was perfect. It was just probably about 10 mil high. But a big ask this, even for Aspinall. 150 needed.
Treble 19 hit. Treble 19 hit. Delirium in Blackpool, but he misses. Double 18 to stay in it.
What an incredible effort.
So close, but so far. Nijman. I don't think he's missed double 8 all night. This for the match. And a place in round 2. He has missed it now. One dart left. And Wessel Nijman knocks out the 2023 match play champion. Nathan Aspinall congratulates his opponent, says well played. 101.72 for Wessel Nijman, who led from the third leg onwards and never looked like coming back to Aspinall. 10 of 16, 63% on his doubles. Nijman came on. It was one against the world on that stage, but the one this time has won it. He's knocked out the People's Champion Aspinall, and he has done it in style.
Yeah, we said how key that start was going to be for Wessel. He gapped him, he lost the first leg, reeled off 5 quality legs where he was averaging about 105, 106 throughout that spell before, well, Nathan Aspinall reeled off 3, showing incredible resilience as we knew he would, but he just couldn't ultimately close that gap. It was too big, and the Wessel Nijman's level hardly dropped from start to finish. As you say, nearly averaged 102. It was absolutely outstanding, and the finishing, well, that was the difference. 10 from 16 for Nijman, 63%, just 6 from 21, 29% for Aspinall.
Wessel Nijman is through. He will take on James Wade, the 2 big outs tonight. 104 average weight, 101.72. What a night of darts we have seen. Wade's beaten Cullen 10-3, Noppert 10-2 winner over Menzies. Humphries went out to Gian van Veen 10-8. And Wessel Nijman has beaten Nathan Aspinall 10-6. We've lost 3 of the best walk-ons in the game on night 1. Cullen, Humphries and Aspinall all out. What we do know now is that Wessel Nijman will take on James Wade in round 2, and Gian van Veen will take on Danny Noppert. It's a huge day of darts tomorrow. Chris, Dance, Nico, myself and producer Matt will be back. Doubleheader. Again, we're on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Damon Hector against Andrew Gilding. Rob Cross against Dirk van Duivenbode. Peter Wright, Jermaine Watermainer. Dave Chisnell against Mike De Decker. That's the afternoon. Then it's Anderson against Woodhouse. Clayton against Schindler. Littler against Searle. And Bunting against Joyce. Wessel Nijman might just have produced the performance of his life. We'll be back here, Winter Gardens, tomorrow at 1. We'll see you then on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page. For Chris, Matt, Nico and Dance and I, we'll see you back tomorrow. The match play's underway. Still got 8 more days of magic to come. We'll see you tomorrow at 1.